Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to the sneak peek for this week and happy Monday. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Thanks so much for doing that. If you are the ride or die and you're always here, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for being in the comments, for entertaining the silly way in which I like to play here on the interwebs. And thanks for being in the comments. Thanks for your thumbs up and all the ways you support this channel. By giving a thumbs up, you tell the algorithm that you like to be here. And so it will allow other people to come running as well. So I appreciate you doing that for me. So what is this reading, Elsie? What about the blah blah? Well, I mark chapters in this reading, so you don't have to listen to the blah blah if you don't want to. But I do this reading every Monday, and on a Monday I do read from Aries to Pisces. I'll mark everything down below in the description, so you can just scroll to find out whatever it is that you need in terms of energies. But I always ask you, please stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. Your sun sign is just only a very tiny piece of what's going on here. It's just your personality. And, you know, whatever sign you are the same sign as a lot of people in the world. So why aren't you the same? Because of your moon and your rising. So I keep telling you, go find a free natal chart, even if you don't have your time of birth. It helps if you have your exact time of birth, but it's not necessary. You can just figure it out with using AM or PM, and you can find out what your moon and your rising are. So at least you have a little better picture. You know, the astrological information is your blueprint to yourself. And so you'll find out a little bit more about yourself by watching all three signs. So just stop watching tarot just for the sun sign. Also, remember, these are general readings, and I'm reading for a lot of people. And it's not going to resonate with everyone. And if it doesn't, that's okay. You can just go ahead and watch for your moon and your rising, right? If you just go around the internet watching tarot readings for your sun sign, you just don't have a whole lot of information. Also, please remember, don't use tarot general readings as a life path. Tarot should never be used as a life path. It should be used as a confirmation. So, and sometimes you won't even get that because it won't resonate with you. So be gentle with yourselves while you're watching a general reading. Watch responsibly. All right. Here we go. Oh, last things last. If you're looking for a private read, I do have private reads that are open. I have left a note below this video. Below this video gives you the link to where you can book me. It's the only place that you can book me. Please remember that I'll never be in your DMs. So if you think you're speaking to me anywhere on the internet, you're not. I don't answer my DMs, not on Facebook, not on Instagram, not on TikTok, nowhere. I don't answer my DMs. It's just for your safety and for mine. So if you're interested in a private read, please follow the link that I provide below this video. And all the information is there, including pricing and all of my packages. So you never have to wait in the avalanche that is my inbox, right? So if you email me asking me about prices, I'm just going to send you to the website anyway. So you never have to wait. And you can just go straight to Wizio and book me there if you like to. All right. All the business is out of the way. Let's get to it. Let's find out what's going on for Aries. I'm going to read from Aries to Pisces. Here we go. Tell me what's coming up for Aries this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is coming up for Aries for this week. Oh, look at that, Aries. What's this? The sun. I like it. It's going to be a good week for you, my friend. Here comes the sun. It's the song I'm hearing in my head. Here comes the sun. Do-do. Tell me about the sun. What is Aries going to see? Because the sun is about giving you all of the clarity that you need, all of the energy, all of the happiness. It's all of the things, Aries. It's also, nothing hides from the sun, right? And it's also a growth spurt for you, personally, professionally. Money is good. Tell me more about this. We've got the Judgment card. Look, I feel like the sun has come out here, Aries, because you need to make a decision about something. There's a really big decision. And when the Judgment card comes out, it's not like the Two of Wands making a decision at the crossroads. This is a decision that's going to change your life. This is major arcana. You've got some changes that are coming up this week. When the majors come out, you don't have a choice except whether to react or respond. Those are the only two choices you have. This stuff's coming at you 100 if this is your reading. Tell me more. We've got the Five of Wands, but you're having a hard time making a decision about this decision. It feels like you're holding back. I feel almost like there is somebody here who's inward. I want to say inward, beating myself up. Why haven't I made the decision yet? I'm in indecision. I need to make this decision. And that's why the sun has come out, to help you make some sort of decision that's going to set you on a different trajectory. It's going to change your life, this decision. We have the Ten of Swords. It might be that you're having a hard time making a decision because of something that you're dealing with that's really painful, something that maybe is actually approaching the end, or something that has already ended and you're already in the pain, in the throes of this pain here. It might have been a betrayal, but it feels like something is painful to think about. This could be, the Ten of Swords could be pain of the mind, right? That's swords. Swords are up in your head. It could be that you finally come to the end of worrying, stressing out, being stuck in your head, and now it's time to make this decision. Tell me why the Sun is here, please, for Aries. We have the Page of Wands. There it is. I feel like you want to reach out to someone, Aries. And I feel like for some of you, you will be doing that this week. Why? Because you've grown. Why? Because now you see the situation for exactly what it is. When the sun is out, nothing hides from the sun. You get great clarity for miles and miles. We do have the Fool. Interesting. So you're opening a new chapter. I want you to know that by this judgment here, that you are going on a new trajectory and opening a brand new chapter in your life. I feel like you are wanting to reach out to someone. Like it feels like it's exciting. Like you're excited to reach out to someone here. And then we have the Ten of Cups, because you know that this is an opportunity that you should never let pass you by. It's a Ten of Cups opportunity. It's going to make you incredibly happy, Aries. It's going to make you really, really happy here. And I feel like you could use it because we've got the Ten of Swords here, right? Tell me about the decision that Aries is making. What's this decision here? We've got the Page of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Five of Cups. You're doing something, you're reaching out to someone, and I feel like it's someone that you have a little bit of feelings for, or maybe affection for, because the page is here. I feel like you want to talk about feelings, like you want to talk about that affection, or that it's almost like a respectful kind of affection that you have for this person. And I think that you want to speak to them here because I feel like you want to have no regrets. It feels like you're at a point in your life here, Aries, where you no longer want to look back there and say, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? So I feel like somebody here doesn't want to have any more regrets. And it's time for us to speak freely, honestly, and truthfully with a lot of clarity about this little guy here, right? About the Page of Cups. Now, I feel like with the Page of Cups showing up, I feel like you have not made this decision yet because you're holding back, you're in indecision. But I feel like when you do make this decision to speak with this person, it's life-changing. Tell me more about what's under the sun here, please. I feel like this conversation that you have with them opens up to something that you've wanted to open up about for a really long time. We've got Temperance here. It is the moment of alchemy, my friend. You are the alchemist. I feel like you're taking whatever pain this is, whatever pain and betrayal, indecision, and you are transforming it or transmuting it, alchemizing it into a new opportunity, because the universe is here saying it's time. It's time. You've waited long enough. I feel like the universe is sort of tapping you in the right direction. We have the Three of Swords. It's like now or never. Oh, I just heard Roy Orbison. Look, I'm a Gen X. I'm a Gen Xer, and so I have a lot of music in my head. Right from my parents' music from the 50s all the way up to, I listen to current music. I listen to current music. I love all sorts of music, pop, rap, hip hop. I listen to all of it. It's all in my head. So I feel like it's now or never. Yeah, it's like somebody here needs to make a decision. It's now or never. I feel like you have, the thing is, I feel like you are very attracted to the person that I feel like you're going to reach out to. Why does that matter, though? You might be reaching out to someone who has fire. You might be attracted to them. This person is attracting you, I want to say. And I mean not just in the way that they look attractive. Their energy is pulling you in, I want to say, Aries. I don't know that you have much of a choice because the energy of divine timing is here, right? There it is. The Two of Cups. You do have feelings for this person. Now, I feel like somebody here has gone through something that has ended here. That's what it looks like, the Knight of Cups. So you were, I feel for some of you, you were in a romantic connection that is no longer. I feel like you've put distance between you and someone else. I feel like you were very honest with someone about your feelings, with the King of Swords being here. And I feel like you've put up your boundaries here as it pertains to love. So I feel like you have a big feelings for the Queen of Wands. Now, please understand that it doesn't have to be someone who is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. We also have Virgo and Pisces here. We also have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Cancer energy here. We also have, well, it's more Aries, I guess. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy here. So I feel Leo as well. I feel like somebody here is going to be reaching out to this person. This person who is the Queen of Wands is somebody who's an entrepreneur. They're an independent thinker, an independent doer. They do what they want when they want to do it. This is someone who is a free spirit. They're a free thinker. I feel like this is what attracts you to this person. Not only do they look good, but this person is also someone who is very tenacious, I want to say. And you want to have this reunion. So I feel like somebody here is reaching out to someone else because I don't want any regrets. I want to say what I've got to say about the feelings that I have. I feel like somebody is saying something and you're going to ask to see them face to face. I believe it's time for you to stop holding back, my friend, and give somebody the reciprocity that you want, right? The Six of Pentacles is here, and so is the Strength card. So we do, I think I've mentioned all of them. Yep. Mentioned all of the signs, yeah, because Leo just came back out again. So I feel like, Aries, that it's up to you. It's your turn, my friend. It's time for you to step forward and say what you got to say. Oh, yeah, say what you need to say. That's John Mayer, right? That's another song. I'm clairaudient, so it comes up in words for me. And yeah, say what you need to say, my friend. All right, Taurus, here we go. Let's find out what's going on for you. My bull gang, how are you, my friends? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is going on for Taurus. So make sure everything is only upright. It is. Tell me about Taurus, please. What's coming up this week for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Tell me about Taurus. Tell me about Taurus. What's coming up this week for Taurus? Sneak peek for this week for Taurus. We've got the Chariot, Taurus, so that could mean that you're dealing with a Cancer. But I think what it means is that you're going to have some sort of a victory this week, Taurus, that you're not expecting. I feel like it's coming in quickly. You might know that something is coming, and I think that's been showing up in your readings, Taurus. If you look back into the bonus reads and the weekly reads, something is coming forward here, and I feel like this is an energy here, you know, the dark and the light here is telling me that you've got to have your energies in balance. You really need to be in balance to be able to receive this, because I feel like it's coming at you quicker than you think, but it's under the surface and you don't see it just yet. You might feel it, but you don't see it. Tell me about Taurus. We've got the Ten of Wands. Whatever this is that's arriving is going to help you drop some burdens that you've been carrying along the way here. You're going to be able to set down some burdens. It's like help is arriving here. It's going to lighten your load. We've got the Page of Cups. This is the Wandering Moon Tarot. The moons are cups, and the stars, as you will see them, are pentacles. But we have the Page of Cups here, which is a surprise. It feels like something's going to pop up on you here. It does feel like I'm going to say it's going to be shocking. Like, I don't see the Tower, but I feel like this is going to be a huge shift onto a different road, because the Chariot's here. It's like a timeline jump. That's what it feels like. We have the Lovers. Look, for some of you, somebody's coming in. Somebody here that I don't care whether you know them or whether you don't, but listen, I'm just going to tell you right up front that we are in retrograde energy, right? We are in the pre-shadow, right? We're in the pre-retrograded energy. Retrograde begins on the 4th of August and goes right through the month till the 27th, and then there's a 2-week outro. So we are in this energy here for almost 5 or 6 weeks. So I feel like this, take it as it resonates for you. Maybe someone's coming on the way back, and maybe this is someone brand new, but I feel like what's showing up for you is someone that you would choose. If they would come to your door or ring your phone or leave you a message, this is someone you would choose. That's what the Lovers is about. Tell me about the Chariot. Why is the Chariot here, please, for Taurus? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the 8 of Swords. Three of Cups. Look, Taurus, I really feel like you thought it was over. It's done. It's over. I'm never going to see this person. I'm just going to journal it out. I'm just going to give it back to the universe. All the things that we try, all the wasas, all that stuff. I feel like you're just trying to give it back to the universe, and you've been trying to do that for a while, but you know what? It's done because you've decided that it's over and it's never going to go any further than this. I do believe that that's what balances your energy. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight, because somebody's been going over the details of some sort of an opportunity that they're bringing to you, Taurus. And it's been taking a while because this person can't seem to get out of the overthinking stage. They might be someone who is an earth sign. They could be a water sign or an air sign. But it's this energy, this chariot, the victory that it's bringing is some sort of a reunion here. So we do have the Three of Cups. It's going to be a celebratory time. So this is someone that you would choose if they were to show up. This is someone that you are going to celebrate when they show up. You're going to be very excited that they have showed up. We've got the King of Swords here. This person, I feel, is coming in. This is the future energy for me. This person's coming in to be very honest with you about something. Somebody here, whether they are a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, is here nor there. This person is acting in that energy, which means whatever they're coming in to talk about is the absolute truth, because they're invested in truth and justice and transparency. What's under here? The Three of Pentacles. This person wants to be very clear that they are coming in because they like you. They want to start a foundation with you. They feel like they want to be at your back. This is somebody who's coming in with some pentacle help, possibly someone that you know from the pentacle world for some of you. This is somebody who's been on your team. Maybe you met them while you were playing ball, or maybe you met them while you were playing, while you were watching bowling. I don't know. Like, it feels like they were a team player. So it could literally mean on a team, or it could mean that they are someone who has your back just as much as you would have theirs. Tell me more about this for Taurus, please. This person could also be someone who you have love feelings for, but right now we're at a friendship. It's like we've never dated before. We've never done that, but I feel like you have some pretty deep feelings for this person, whether they show up as a friend or not. So maybe you friend zoned them for whatever reason, or maybe they friend zoned you. Take it as it resonates. I've got the Page of Pentacles. It's going to be a face-to-face meeting. This person's either showing up, or they're going to text you and say, look, I need to meet you somewhere. Can we meet somewhere? We've got the Three of Swords in the reverse. Somebody here has healed their heart. I want to say that it feels like that there's something that went down between you two that I feel like time has healed. I want to say time has healed this broken heart, or the disappointment that we went through. We have the High Priestess energy. I feel like the two of you are still connected through some sort of psychic energy. I feel like both of you, your third eye is open. You're still connected to each other. You see each other in dreams. I feel like, Taurus, you could be somebody who is a tarot reader, somebody who is in the esoterics, or someone who has psychic energy, psychic or highly intuitive energy. Bottom of the deck, look at that. We have the moon and the sun. And when I see the moon and the sun, Taurus, it's like, boom, it changes overnight. And that's how everything goes. Look, something can happen that can change your life in an instant. And don't ever undersell that. Things can change in an instant, for good and for bad, right? We've got the Three of Pentacles. It came back out again. It was on the bottom of the deck, right? So the Three of Pentacles tells me that this is a pretty solid start. Like, you either worked with this person, you were on their team, you volunteered with them. It feels like you already know this person. And maybe you don't know them as a bestie. Maybe this is someone that you know when you're with friends of friends. Like, maybe this is someone, you know, the fifth person that they always invite to the barbecue. You know, whenever you go to a friend's house, like, maybe you're not completely besties with this person, but I feel like you do know them. I also feel like that they are somebody who is going to help you with some sort of a pentacle world situation, a job, an opportunity of some kind. Tell me about Taurus. Got the Page of Wands, got the Eight of Cups, and the Star. Taurus, I feel like this person is coming back because they want to heal something with you. With the Three of Swords in the reverse, it feels like that there was some sort of disappointment that you two experienced together. Maybe it was the disappointment of having to stay friends. Maybe you decided to not say anything to them about how you felt. I feel like there is a little bit of feelings here with the Page of Cups here. I feel like what you're going to be able to drop as your burden, I feel like you're going to get your chance to say whatever you've got to say. Got the Hierophant here. There you are. We got the Queen of Swords. I like it. And the Ten of Swords. We are ending a cycle so we can open a new cycle and speak honestly with each other about the things, the Seven of Swords, that were under the surface. The things that we didn't say to each other. The things that we didn't say to each other before are about to be said, because the Queen of Swords is here, and we did see the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. We do have the Hierophant here. I feel like it's you that is going to be dropping the burdens. You're going to be able to say something to this person. And we've got the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So I feel like we're ending a cycle of silence, and it's about time that we begin to speak about the things that we've been trying to get a different perspective on. Temperance, because it's time, Taurus. I feel like some of these cards showed up in Aries reading too, if you're dealing with an Aries. We got Sagittarius energy here. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Taurus. We've got Pisces energy. We've got Gemini, that is the Lovers. We've got the Chariot, that is Cancer energy. We've got Aquarius energy here. Taurus, I feel like somebody's coming back. I feel like you're going to get some sort of a message, and I think I keep telling you that over and over. I think I keep telling you that over and over because not everybody's on the same timeline, right? We're not all learning things at the same rate. Some of us are younger than others. And so when it comes up in a reading over and over again, that's when you should really pay attention. We have some Virgo energy here as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Somebody's been holding on to you. Four of Pentacles is here. Somebody's been holding on to the hope that they are going to be able to communicate with you, speak with you, or speed up things between you and them. All right. Let's get to Gemini. Tell me about Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up this week, the sneak peek for this week for Gemini energy, please. Tell me about Gemini. Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, your readings are getting really interesting lately. You're fast becoming one of my favorites to read for. I'm always waiting to see what happens with Gemini energy in the next week. Tell me about Gemini, please. We've got the World card. Gemini, I feel like this is a week where you make some sort of really big change. For some of you, it's going to be an accomplishment. Some of you might get that job, or you might get the promotion, because this is about achievement. It's about things that come full circle, right? It's also about closing the door on any other things that were back there. It's like you're severing a cord to the past. Tell me about the World card here. Why do we have the World for Gemini? We have the Sun in the reverse. Interesting. Why is the Sun in the reverse, please? We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Justice card. I feel like, Gemini, that it looks like here that I feel you are wanting to reach out to somebody here. It feels like you're preparing to do that with the Two of Wands here. You're sort of at the crossroads of your life. You're making decisions about things and how to move forward in life. And I feel like with the 8 and the 2, that is 10. You need to drop some burdens. I feel like somebody here does not want to be going into the future with heavy burdens on their shoulders, whatever that heavy burden is. We'll read about that. But I feel like the Justice card being here tells us everything we need to know. It's karmic justice that you want. You want to even the scales somehow. When the Sun is in the reverse, it's still the Sun, right? It's still bright. You can see everything. It's just that I feel like there's no growth when I see the Sun in the reverse, because to me it's the Moon. It's like I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I'm not entirely sure how to move forward. And I think it's because you need to open some sort of conversation with somebody here and finally close that door. So we talk about reconciliation. I just want to talk a moment about retrograde, right? And sometimes it brings people from the past, or sometimes you want to go speak to an ex. And reconciliation, my friends, is in a relationship. It's not a love relationship. It's not a friend relationship. It's not a family relationship. It's all of it. So when I say reconciliation here, I don't necessarily mean that it is in terms of we're going to live happily ever after. Sometimes people have things that weigh heavy on their hearts, and they just want to come to you to close the chapter so they can move forward. They want to say sorry or whatever it is. Tell me about the World card here, please. Gemini, why do we need to know about the World card? We've got the Two of Swords. We've got the Six of Cups. And we've got the Six of Wands. I feel like you're closing the door with some other soulmate. That's what it feels like here. And it also feels like you are, how can I say? It feels like you are wanting to give reciprocal energy to someone here. I feel like the World card is for the Six of Cups and the Two of Swords. And it feels like you were at a block for a while. You didn't want to do it. You weren't really sure. But I feel like finally the World shows up and it's time to end some sort of a chapter that you had with somebody that you have a lot of history with. I want to say a lot of history with. The sixes are about encouragement, telling you that you should go forward with it, whatever it is that you're planning to do. The Six of Wands tells me if you decide to close the door here, that you will get some sort of victory, because it'll feel like a milestone for you. It'll feel like a milestone or an achievement. I feel like there is somebody here who is very unsure about their future because they already have or they will be closing some sort of a chapter here. And it could be in a relationship, but understand when the Six of Cups shows up, it could be family, it could be friend, it could be lover. Take it as it resonates for you. So we have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Libra energy here as well. Sagittarius. We have the Hermit, who is Virgo. We have Aquarius energy with the Star. And we have the Seven of Wands. So it does feel like somebody here is taking one last look back. I feel like it's you, Gemini. You're taking one last look back, making sure you're doing the right thing. I feel like you are because the Star is here. I feel like with the Hermit energy that the Hermit is gained wisdom. It almost feels like this is a situation, Gemini, of you and someone else growing apart. And it feels like you've got some wisdom under your belt and you're looking at this achievement like I really do need to close the door. You're looking at things coming full circle. And I feel like that is what is going to heal you. And I feel like you learned a valuable lesson. If it is you that is closing the door with somebody you've got a lot of history with, or a long-term relationship, friendship, or somebody that you've known for a really long time, I feel like you're closing the door and then you're putting up the boundaries here. I think you're going to protect yourself. I feel like you don't need the input of other people and you're just going to let them know. I feel like you're about to go out on your own here. We do have the Ten of Swords. Something is coming to a painful and betrayed end, and it does look like it is some sort of a stable relationship. For me, the Four of Wands is definitely a soulmate connection, but please understand that not all the soulmates are healed. I'd rather be with a karmic that is healed than a soulmate that's unhealed. And we've got the Ten of Swords, which tells me there's a painful betrayal that happened within this relationship. So I feel like that's why you've decided to close the door. You've decided to take charge of the situation, Gemini. The Four of Wands is here. Tells me you're either engaged to this person or you've moved in with this person. It feels like it's a committed or serious relationship. What is the outcome here for Gemini, please? We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ace of Swords. So we have this, it's all coming up on the Sun in the reverse to me, which is the Moon. And the Moon is things aren't as they seem. So I feel like you finally see through things as they really are. The Knight of Swords is Gemini energy, and it is swift, fast action. It's a bit aggressive. The Three of Pentacles being in the reverse is telling me that somebody's no longer on your team. You can see things now for what they are because the Sun is here. I feel like what you see now is that you had to have a conversation about let's just part ways. I feel like this has left you a lesson, and the lesson is keep your boundaries up. Make sure that you're worth whoever comes toward you, Gemini, because it's really easy to make a decision on the split of the moment, right? When you're feeling lonely or feeling sad, the Death card is on the bottom of the deck here, which tells me something definitely is over. And the thing is that things are only become over so other things can begin. There we go. Right. Yeah. So I feel like there is something else, a new path that's opening for you. A new chapter is about to begin. And I feel like you had to close an old chapter in order for the new chapter to begin. So we do have Scorpio and Aries energy here. We do have Gemini. We also have Leo energy, Aquarius, Virgo energy here. I feel like Virgo energy is telling me that you're heavy on the wisdom, my friend, that this karmic relationship, this person that you've known forever, this karmic relationship has taught you the lesson that it came to teach you. And that is you need to keep things, you need to keep yourself behind the boundaries here and make sure that that this person is worthy of you before you allow them in your life. It tells me here that you want to have a conversation because it is time for you to make things right. It's time, yeah, somebody is going to cause a Tower with this Queen of Swords energy. The Ace of Cups is here. We are talking about our love relationship, and it feels like this Queen of Swords energy is what's going to cause this. It's going to cause the Tower. This conversation is going to start moving really quickly. I'm just going to say, please make sure you have it face to face, not in text or some damn thing like that. Page of Swords is here. Somebody's been observing the other person and is realizing everything for what it is. And I think what it is that we're over. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to have to tell you that, Gemini, but I think I told you that in the reading that you had just in the past couple of days here. All right, let's talk about Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer. We're almost there, almost out of your season, right? How's the season been for you? How was your birthday? Did you go out? Did you have fun? Did anything special happen that you want to share? Thanks so much for all the ways that you love me on this channel. I appreciate you. Tell me about Cancer. What's coming up this week for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is coming up for Cancer, please? We've got the Ten of Cups. This is going to be a good week for you, Cancer. Feel like there is some happiness showing up for you here. Some emotional stability or emotional happiness here. You might be connecting with friends. You might be connecting with people who you love or people that love you. Oh, I want to say that it feels also like you are connecting the chakras. It feels like somebody here is healing, because we've got blue, which is a throat chakra, green. We've got the solar plexus chakra here, seeing things for what they are. We've got orange, which is the sacral chakra, and then we've got red, which is the root chakra. So it feels like you are, it's almost like somebody is healed. Like you've healed the chakras, and I feel like that might be why you're happy. We've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the Three of Wands. And we've got the moon energy here. So I want to say that overall, you're going to have a good week, but I do feel like the moon is here for a reason. And I feel like you've been waiting on something here. That's what it feels like. You've been waiting to, it's almost like you're holding back though. Like you're holding back from opening up your life, opening up your heart, opening up your chakras. I feel like it took a long while to do this, but I also feel like you're waiting for something here. The moon energy, things are not as they seem. We do have the Eight of Swords, which tells me that you're kind of stuck in the mind about this moon energy. Tell me what's in the moon energy, please. Jeez, things are flipping here. So we've got the Six of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. And we have the Queen of Cups. Hanged Man is on the bottom of the deck. Excuse me. So I feel like there is a... I want to say that there is a confrontation or an argument that took place, and it almost feels like it was never resolved. I want to say that there wasn't any resolve in our fundamental differences. It almost feels like you're at odds with somebody. Somebody wants something that you don't want, and I think it's the Queen of Cups. I think the Queen of Cups has offered you a cup. The Queen of Cups is someone who's compassionate and loving and kind. This person is empathic, sometimes psychic. This person's also a great mother or a father, feminine or masculine. And I feel like this person is the one that is at odds with you, because I feel like you're already happy by yourself on your own. And I feel like somebody here would rather have a victory with you, but I feel like your energy is kind of hiding in the moon energy. It's like, I kind of want to make my own path. I don't really know what's coming up, and I'm okay with that. I don't need the victory here, but it feels like there is somebody here who probably has some big feelings for you that kind of wanted a victory with you. And I feel like you're kind of hiding your feelings. Like you've pushed your feelings down, and you've thrown this energy of excitement and fun and victory on top of it. Look, it's a Cancer thing. It is. I was raised by one, I know. You know what? It's like you can be a chucklehead and you can have fun and everything's great, but don't ever talk to me about what's below the surface. I'm not ready to talk about that thing. And I feel like this person who's the deep diver, right? The Queen of Cups, who's Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, that person wanted to dive deep with you, and you put up the Five Swords and said, nope, that's not how it goes down. With me, tell me about the Ten of Cups. We've got the Seven of Cups. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Wands. So I feel like there is somebody here who wants, and Charlie's telling me an adult relationship. Like they want an adult relationship where we settle down with each other, where we speak our feelings, where we work through things together. And I feel like with the King of Wands here, the energy for you is different. You're like, I'm not ready to settle down. I have a lot of things I need to do or want to do in my life at this point. I just want to be happy being the King of Wands for a while. I want to go after the passions of my heart. And I don't really want to, I don't think that I'm going to be able to do that if there is somebody who is pointing at me, telling me what to do, like telling me, you got to love me. It feels like arguments ensue over feelings is what it feels like here. But look, I feel like the Ten of Cups is telling me that you're happy with the situation the way it is. I don't feel like you really want anybody hanging on you. I'm just going to say feminine or masculine. What else is going on for Cancer, please? We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Empress. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Then why are you watching them if you don't want them, Cancer? Why do you keep watching them? Because I feel like you see this person's value. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here, and we've got the Empress here. And I feel like you see this person's value. They are somebody who's independent. They don't really need you. Maybe that's the problem. They don't really need you, and you feel like you don't have a place in their life. There is an Empress here that is single, and I feel like you're watching this person because the Page of Swords is here. I feel like you're watching their movements, watching them in the neighborhood, watching them online. It feels like, so if you're not in love with this person and you're happy on your own, then why do you keep watching this person? Why are you watching this Queen of Cups, please? Because what you really want is you want to go have some sort of exciting new path with them. But I feel like it's going to be a lot of work. And I feel that's what you're hesitating with here. That you feel like it's going to be a lot of work and you're going to have to change, Cancer. That's the Eight of Pentacles. It's about self-mastery. You know that in order to go on this path with the Empress, you're going to have to level up. You're going to have to reach higher for yourself. You're going to have to go through the uncomfortable moon energy, which is hiding things, right? And I feel like you're going to have to change and grow and reach. And I feel like that's your realization. I feel like that's why you're not dating this person right now. Because the Empress is top level. That's top shelf stuff, right? That's the top shelf kind of person. This person has a lot of wisdom. They're very balanced. They do their own thing. They're probably very successful at keeping themselves balanced. They're full of wisdom. They connect to the universe. And I feel like you know that if you are with this person, you're going to have to level up. So what are you going to do, Cancer? So the Empress, whether they're feminine or masculine, I feel like you're having a realization that you're very attracted to this person, but you're going to have to change. You're going to have to work on yourself, and I don't know that that's what you're about right now. Maybe not ever, but not right now. What is Cancer supposed to do? We've got the Four of Pentacles, we've got the Sun, and we've got the Ace of Swords. What you've got to do is realize that you've been holding on to this person because they are the Sun. They make you happy. And the Ace of Swords being here tells me that you're trying to think about how you're going to tell this person. It feels like you will have a conversation with them. I don't know when, but you will have a conversation with them about make things clear to them, crystal clear about what your intentions are or what your intentions are not. I feel like you're holding on to the Sun because I feel like the Sun comes out when the Empress is around. I feel like this person makes you feel happy. We do have the Queen of Wands. We have the King of Wands here. This person is somebody, you two have a very good chemistry, or you're very attracted to each other's energy, maybe physically attracted. I feel like this is a soulmate connection, and that's why you can't let it go. So I feel like you're here with this energy of, I got to think about what I'm going to say. And I either have to close this chapter altogether, or we're going to carry forward. But the realization is going to hit you sometime this week, my friend. And I feel like you will be talking to somebody about possibly settling down. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. We have Leo, Scorpio. We have Cancer and Pisces, Libra and Taurus. We have Aquarius energy here as well. I think this whole situation is confusing because you're up in your head. You're trying to figure out what to do, and you're not really sure what to do just yet. All right. Okay, Leo, here we go. Look, Leos are defrosting, aren't you? Leos are defrosting, right? We're coming up to about a week away, maybe less than a week away from Leo season here. Look, Leo, the sun's going to be in Leo on the 22nd of July. And also the Venus is going to be in your sign as well. Yep. It's going to make everything clear. There's going to be some Leo realizations and breakthroughs, my friend. Tell me what's coming up for Leo this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, we're already in the retrograde shadow. Mercury is going into retrograde. All right, we've got the Five of Swords here, my friend. Trying to find balance in this disappointment. It feels like this week you're up in your head about things that haven't worked out, things that have made you sad, things that you wished would have worked out, but they didn't. Why is the Three of Swords here for Leo, please? We've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Star energy. Got the Five of Wands. You know what? It feels like you've been fighting yourself, holding yourself back here, and I think that's what's making you sad. I think that's what's giving you disappointment or heartbreak or making you sad. The Five of Wands tells me that you are internally beating yourself up, and this is about the mind. This is about this energy of yeah. It's like all these people look the same, right? I feel like you feel like there is either some competition with somebody, for somebody possibly, but I feel like you're beating yourself up over wanting to connect with somebody. It feels, Leo, like the Page of Pentacles tells me that you have an opportunity, or that you want the opportunity to connect or make a face-to-face connection, like make a connection in the 3D. So this is not through text. This is like going over and knocking on their door or phoning them and saying, can you meet me? Can you meet me face-to-face somewhere? I feel like the star is telling me that you want to heal something with somebody here because something has been on your mind. I think it's the Three of Swords. Something has been on your mind here. I feel like you are, with the star energy, wanting to heal something. You're hopeful. I feel like I think the meeting with somebody here or seeing somebody face-to-face or giving them the opportunity or getting the opportunity, whatever this Page of Coins is about, to me it's usually something's behind the scenes that's already rooted and growing. It feels like here that you want to talk to somebody so you can heal something here. Maybe you feel misunderstood. Tell me about the Three of Swords. We have the Magician. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Chariot. So you're keeping your feelings under the surface here. You have feelings that you have not expressed to somebody, and I feel like it's kind of terrorizing you just a little bit in the mind. The Magician and the Page of Cups tells me that you have something to say, and the Magician tells me that this is, you have all the tools that you need in order to be able to express a little bit of affection or feelings for somebody here. It feels like the Magician and the Page of Cups to me is you have all the right words. It's like you don't like being away from somebody here. And that's what this Three of Swords is about. It could be a Cancer. It could be an Aquarius that we're talking about. It could be a Scorpio. Maybe another Leo possibly. Maybe an Aries or a Gemini. But I feel like somebody here is going to use some magical words on somebody else, even though the thing is I don't feel like I feel like you have a hard time connecting to your feelings, Leo, because Chariot is here and the Chariot is Cancer, and to me Cancer energy is always under the surface. It's really hard for Cancer to release their feelings or bring their feelings to the surface, and I think it's because of a trust issue. It feels like you don't trust somebody. The thing is, though, is I feel like you're really going through some sad times here. I feel like you have regret that you let somebody go, that there was at some point some sort of an opportunity here. And I feel like you let the opportunity go, but you're hoping that even though there's competition now, you want another opportunity. Tell me about Leo, please. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Page of Wands, and we have the Six of Wands. So I feel like you really do want to have the victory when you communicate with this person. And I think your person that we're talking about could be a Cancer, could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Either way, I think this is somebody here who, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is looking straight at the Three of Swords, and I want to say that the Queen of Pentacles feels the same way. They feel brokenhearted that you can't connect to your feelings or bring them to the surface. The Queen of Pentacles, though, she's not waiting for you. She's a person who is, you know, always engaged in good works, helping people, being very generous. This person is very good with their money, probably an entrepreneur, probably a parent, a mother or a father, feminine or masculine. And I feel like this person is kind of waiting for you to communicate with them. I feel like they also want some sort of a victory here, but I feel like it's disappointing. Like, it just feels like a disappointing situation all around. Somebody's not making a move, and I think it's you, Leo. Somebody's not making a move, and the Queen of Pentacles is looking into the past. I don't know if this is a past situation for you, but is looking into the past, wondering where you are. That's what it looks like here. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Four of Wands. And the Eight of Coins. Look, you don't want the same things. And that's what's keeping you apart. You don't want the same things. The Five of Swords is fundamental differences about the Four of Wands. You don't want a relationship. You're not interested in taking it to the next level. You're not somebody who's really wanting to engage in some sort of getting engaged, moving in together. It's not what you want. The Five of Swords is here. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles wants that, but I don't think that's what you want. The Eight of Coins is here. It tells me I've worked way too damn hard to get myself into another situation like this. That's what it feels like here. It feels like somebody here has not had luck with relationships, and that you've worked too hard to save your money, to stack your pentacles, to take care of yourself, to raise your level of vibration, and it feels like you are holding back, I want to say. That it doesn't seem very practical that you two would end up in some sort of a next level relationship. We do have the Sun. I feel like it's a realization, that a breakthrough that you have this week. I feel like you're about to leave the Queen of Pentacles behind, because I feel like the Queen of Pentacles and you want different things. The Queen of Pentacles always wants to settle down, wants to make the home beautiful. This is Capricorn energy, but also Taurus and Virgo in this reading. And this person is the one who loves to adorn the home, who loves to make a home, loves to be a mother or a father. You know, this person is somebody who is an overgiver. And I feel like your realization is, no, I got to let this person go, because I really don't want this to be in this relationship. And it's really weighing heavy, because I really do feel like you want to communicate with this person. I feel like you really like them. You like when they're in your presence. And it feels like it's just hard, I want to say. We've got the Nine of Wands. You're the wounded warrior. You've been through this before over and over again. And you've been in a place where you either moved in or you were engaged or maybe even married at some point. But I feel like you really have a lot of feelings from this person. You think about communicating with them or contacting them all the time. I think that you do want Virgo. You do want a victory with this person. But I think your breakthrough this week is going to be, but that's not what I want. Our fundamental differences are too large here, and that's what the Sun is shining on here. Shining on these fundamental differences. I feel like you're very engaged in working on yourself, or maybe you're working on your business, or just working in general. I think that's where your focus is right now. We do have the Ace of Swords, and so I think it's always on your mind that you want to communicate with this person. So I don't know that much has changed, but I feel like you do want to speak with this person, but you feel like you can't, because this person's going to get the wrong idea about what you want, right? It's probably best that you keep moving here. So we do have Aquarius energy here. We have your energy, which is Leo. We do have Virgo energy here. We've got Aries, Libra. Got more Leo, Sagittarius energy here. We've got Cancer and Aries and Gemini energy. All right. Let's look at Virgo. Tell me about Virgo. Oh, Virgo, I just got a song in my head as I picked up the cards and said, it's time for Virgo. The song I have in my head is, it's going to be a good day, no matter what they say. The sun is shining down on me. Birds are in the trees. It's going to be a good day. And he says in that song, it's a good day. No, it's great. I feel like there's going to be a great day coming up for you this week here. It's the first thing that I heard. I kind of like that. Tell me about Virgo, please. Tell me what's coming up that's really good for Virgo. It's going to be a great day. I don't even know who sings that song. Sorry. You'll have to look up the lyrics. Tell me about Virgo. It's coming up. That's good. It's going to be a great day. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. That's what it is. Yeah, going to have a good day. So we have the Two of Wands. Look, I feel like you're making some sort of a decision this week. One that you've been preparing to make for a while. And I feel like because of that song that you are going to make the right decision. A decision that makes you happy. And please understand that there are no wrong decisions. All there are lessons. So when you pick the path, you pick the lessons. And whether it's a positive path or a negative path or whatever way you perceive it to be, good or bad, you're still going to have lessons, whether it's a good path or a path that's not that great. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't want to wait anymore. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Justice card. Got a card sticking out here a couple times. I got the Seven of Wands. So I want to say that you are going to get justice in something this week. You will make this decision. Yeah, you will make this decision. You're at the crossroads. It feels like you are preparing to make a decision, but I feel like you will make the decision because the Justice card is here. The Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse. I'm done doing all the thinking. I'm done doing the nurturing and the growing. I know what path I'm on, right? Because this in the upright is like throwing the seeds of intention. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is all about I'm done waiting. I'm not going to wait anymore. It's time for my justice. All I got to do is get my boundaries up, and I feel like I'm good. But this could also mean that you're holding your position. You're like, I'm going to make this decision this week. Tell me about the Two of Wands. What is the decision that Virgo is making this week, please? We have the King of Pentacles. It could be about money or a job, something in your 3D world here. We do have the Six of Cups. The King of Pentacles could be, or, oh, look at that. There's a choice. Interesting. Because we do have the Two Wands. You have two paths, right? So I'm going to say whether these are feminine or masculine energies for you. The Kings are masculine leaning energies, but also have feminine energies, and that's what makes them feminine or masculine. So don't get duped by the men and the women on the cards, right? I feel like somebody here has two soulmates to choose from. That's what it feels like. Virgo, I think you have two soulmates, and we've got you preparing to make some type of a decision here, and you don't want to wait anymore. You're going to make the right decision no matter what you decide. The Six of Cups is here, and it feels like that you've got history with both of these people. One that's a fire sign, one that's an earth sign. One that's invested in themselves, invested in money. This person is very well-to-do, right? These are both kings, right? They both have the same kind of status. They both have pretty good status in their lives. They're both sitting on the throne. But this particular one is investing, right? Investing their money, investing time, going slow, very dependable, kind of like you, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the King of Wands is somebody who's going after their passions. They have to be inspired to move, inspired to do whatever it is that they're going to do, because they're fire, right? They're used to making decisions that make their heart happy because they're passionate and inspired to do so. So there's very different energies here, and I feel like you're about to make some sort of a decision. You're going to have to leave one of them on the outside looking in here. We do have the Five of Pentacles. So when you make a decision, you automatically leave the other one out. Tell me what your decision is here. Tell me about this decision. We've got the Devil. We've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Oh. Interesting. Maybe you don't want either of them. It's like you're at this place. You're trying to decide if you want either of them. I feel as though it's like really overbearing. Like the feeling of having to make a decision is really weighing heavy on you. I feel like you're scared to make a decision. It feels like you're in this freeze frame. That's a song as well, freeze frame. We do have the Devil energy. So you could be, I feel like it's really weighing heavy on you. It's scary. It's a scary decision because the Ace of Cups is in the reverse and you're not really entirely sure if you're in love, but you know that both of these people are very abundant. So I feel like I am speaking to a Virgo possibly that is in the Empress energy. And what I mean about that, feminine or masculine, right? The Empress is feminine leaning, but also has masculine energy. And I know that this is Taurus and Libra energy. That's the Venusian energy. I want to say that you have a lot of love for one of these people, or maybe even both. But I feel like your abundance is what is on the line, because what you don't want to do is give up your balance, give up your wisdom, and give up your just feeling abundant all around, your balance. I feel like you're sort of toying with the idea of not choosing at all, because not only because it's a difficult decision, but because you don't want to rock the balance. I feel like you've worked really hard on yourself. It takes a long time to get to the Emperor energy, or sorry, the Empress energy. It takes a long time to get here. And I feel like you've worked really hard on it. And you're like, well, the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. Like, is this something, if I do choose the Ace of Cups, am I going to stop loving myself? Because when we get into relationships, we start to invest in the other person. And I'm wondering if you're ready for that. If you're ready to invest in somebody else. And not necessarily put yourself on the back burner, but at some point you're going to be helping someone else, right? Live their dreams as well. I've got the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you know that the King and Queen of Pentacles are the soulmate here. So I feel like you're leaning toward the person who is the earth sign, possibly a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus like you. Virgo like you, I should say. I mean, you could have Taurus or Capricorn energies as well. So I feel like you want to remain stable. And so does that mean that you pick somebody or not? The Two of Cups, the Tower, and I feel like you're going to possibly pick the King of Wands maybe with this Ace of Wands here. You might pick the King of Wands because it's the passion that you're after. You need someone who lives passionately, who charges at the things that are passionate about. I feel like, it's security and stability and moving slow and looking over details with the energy of the soulmate, which is earth energy. But I feel like what you want is passion and fun and excitement, creativity. And so I feel like the Tower comes here, and it tells me that the decision that you make is to go on the path with the Ace of Wands, which to me, the King of Wands is holding that Ace of Wands. So I feel like that's your decision. Tell me about the Justice card, please. Yeah, I think you're going to say something to that person because you've been waiting a really long time and holding back. Here, I feel trying to find the courage to say something. So I feel like that you probably will pick the King of Wands. I mean, for some of you, look, this is a soulmate connection. You might even pick the Queen of Pentacles, but because of the Ace of Wands, it tells me that because the King is holding the Ace of Wands, I feel like it is the Ace of Wands. And I feel like you're ready for some passion. I feel like you have a lot of stability and grounding and moving slow and going over details, and it maybe gets a little monotonous that maybe you don't want a partner who's like that as well. You want someone who's kind of opposite of you. And it doesn't mean that fire is opposite of earth, but I feel like you want somebody to add a little passion to your life. We've got the High Priestess. Your intuition is involved here, that there is an opportunity here for a long-term relationship, and that's why you're taking your time to make the decision. You want to make sure that you're healed, but I feel like your hand is on the sword. Your hand is on the sword and you're ready to make a decision. You're going to have to walk away from one of them, and then you're going to have to heal the self first. So it does feel like there is some sort of a decision coming here, a shift of energy where you realize that you're in love with the King of Wands. I think that's the person that you are going to be very honest with about your feelings. So we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Taurus and Libra energy here. We have Capricorn. We have Libra again. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Scorpio. All right. Let's talk about Libra. Tell me about Libra. Tell me about Libra. And I'm just going to say, before we get into the Libra reading, I'm just going to say for Virgo that I feel like you're making the right decision because of the song I got at the beginning of the session there. All right. Let's talk about Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up this week for Libra. Sneak peek for this week for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. What can Libra expect to come up this week? We've got the Chariot. So the Chariot is, I feel like you're going to get some balance. I feel like something that you've been waiting for or wanted might show itself this week for you. And I feel like it's because you've taken hold of your energies, masculine and feminine energies here, that you're in balance enough to accept this Chariot energy. Tell me about Libra. Got the Nine of Wands. Got the World card. And we've got the Star. Eight of Cups is here. So the Chariot is victory. The Chariot is also balance. The Chariot is also Cancer energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and the Star is a more Aquarius energy. I feel like there is a chapter that you're closing, and I feel like you're closing the chapter because you're exhausted and you're done. I feel like you've been trying to get something moving. You've been trying to get to the victory, pardon me, in some sort of a situation, whether it's work or whether it's a relationship. But I feel like the Nine of Wands tells me that you're right around the corner from something moving forward. You're about to get some movement here, because I feel like you've been stuck in this Nine of Wands energy for a while. The movement is going to cause some sort of old chapter to close, and I feel like you're ready to walk away from it anyway, because I feel like it's not serving you in the Nine of Wands, which you're closing the door on here, or stepping through some sort of a portal, or you're going to the next timeline. I want to say that you've decided that you're no longer going to wait around. You're no longer going to carry other people's burdens. But this can also be your own trauma, right? This can also be your own trauma, Libra. Maybe you've decided to get help for whatever it is that you've been carrying around for too long. So I feel like you're closing the door on waiting around for things. Also, I feel like right around the corner is something that is brand new, because when the World is here, it's not only the ending of something, but it's also the beginning of something. We do have the Star energy here. The World and the Star are sort of giving me the energy of some sort of healing way that you'll be closing this door. So it's not like you're slamming the door in somebody's face. I feel like that you have decided sort of silently that your third eye is open and it's time for you to heal. And I feel like you are closing the door on the Nine of Wands in favor of opening the door on the Star energy, which is healing and hope. Getting balance again. Again, she's offering, water to the ocean. It's like you want to be part of something bigger. And you've decided that in order to do that, you've got to get yourself in balance. Tell me about the Chariot, please. Tell me what the victory is for Libra. Ten of Cups, ultimate happiness. Now, this can definitely be in a family. It doesn't have to be in a family. It can definitely be in a family, though. But the Ten of Cups is the ultimate apex of happiness, right? It is emotional contentment. So whether that is within a family or by yourself, ooh, the Sun is here. I like that. All right. So I feel like somebody here has decided that it's time I stop listening to everybody else. Everyone else keeps pointing their finger at me, telling me what I should do. I've decided that I'm going to make my own decisions. You picked up the Ace of Wands and you've decided, look, stay out of my life. Let me do what I'm going to do. I know you guys mean well. Six Wands are what is pointing at him, right? Six of Wands are pointing at him, which is a lot of people giving you attention. But I feel like that attention is people who are trying to get in your business. That's what it feels like here. The Sun is here, and I feel like it is a realization that you're having that you can do this on your own. You can get in the Chariot and go have the victory and keep moving here, but you're going to have to tell the people around you to butt out. I feel like this person who is in the Chariot, some say might be the Emperor, right? That this person has a wand in their hand. That's the wand that's in this person's hand, and these two kind of look. Maybe they don't look so much alike, but I feel like this is the wand in hand here, and it is time for you to have some sort of movement in your life. Because I feel like you've been living long enough in this Nine of Wands energy, whether the Nine of Wands energy is trauma that you've been carrying, things that didn't work out in the past, maybe family things that you've been carrying around. It's also the weight of other people's opinions. And I feel like you're just letting that go, I want to say. Got the Five of Wands, which sort of flipped over in the deck here. Got the Devil card, and we've got the King of Pentacles. I think the only thing that's holding you back is maybe you aren't as good with your money as you want to be. Possibly. The King of Pentacles is here, which tells me that in order to get some stability, that I feel like that's why you are moving. So for some of you with the Chariot, you could actually be moving, like moving out of your parents' home and going to do your own thing. I feel like with the King of Pentacles, you're responsible with money. And maybe you've got enough to move out, but I feel like the devil here is like, but nobody else is going to be covering the bills. It's just going to be me. And so I feel like that's why you've been holding back from disconnecting from possibly from this family energy. It feels like people are in your business, and it's time for you to do things on your own, make your own decisions, and move forward from there. But I feel like there's some fear or some doubt, and I feel like that's the energy that the devil is casting here. Got the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. It's overwhelming because you'll be disconnected from them. So you might be moving across the world. I mean, the World card is here. You might be moving across the world, or maybe across the country, or, you know, it feels like in order for you to be able to have your individual energy here and settle down somewhere without people in your business, I feel like you have to move away, like to another province or another country or another state. It feels like you want to get far away. It's confusing. It's overwhelming, actually. It's overwhelming, and I feel like you probably have dreams about it being overwhelming, because you are going to be disconnected for the most part, like not all the way disconnected from the family, but for the most part, you are going to be in the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Wands, got the Hermit energy, and the Three of Cups. So I feel like you're saying to them, look, I've got to go, but I'll be back. This is a decision I have to make. And you may not hear from me for a bit until I get settled. And it feels like the Three of Cups is saying, look, we'll have a reunion. I'm going to be back. This is a happy scenario. I want to say, Libra, you want to get some individuality. You want to maybe buy a house or get an apartment, or it feels like you want to go off and have your own life, and people won't stop poking their noses in. And I think it's family members that keep telling you what you should be doing, right? They're like, oh, but you forgot this. Oh, but you forgot that. But meanwhile, you're really sharp, right, Libra? Like you're an air sign. You're really sharp. You know what you're doing. You're very highly intelligent. And I feel like you've already had your breakthroughs, that these people just won't leave you alone. I feel like you're super spiritual. I think that you think things out, that you move at things slowly. We've got Virgo and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, that you move at things really slowly. You don't make snap decisions because you're a thinker. But I feel like they're like, don't forget to call us. And you're like, relax, I'm going to call you. I'll call you when I'm settled. I'm going to be back. It's just that I need some time and space for myself here. We have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the Hanged Man. I feel like it's probably your mother unit that doesn't want you to go. I'm just going to say it's a grandmother or a mother or an older sister. It feels like it's one of those people who is overly emotional that you're going. The Ten of Wands tells me that you are leaving with some heavy heart energy, but I feel like you're going to release that once you get into this Hanged Man energy and get a different perspective on why you're going and why you're moving, why you're leaving here. It's a decision you had to make for yourself. You had to go on a different trajectory in your life here, Libra. I'm really proud of you. You're really standing your ground here. You're looking really strong. I feel like you have some doubts, but everybody does. I feel like you're making the right decision for you. And although you will be back, like you're saying, we'll have the reunion with the family. Don't worry about it. We'll be back. But I have to go get myself settled. We have the King of Wands. There you go, out on the adventure, following the passions of your heart. You're feeling inspired to move forward here. Yeah, to a new home. That's what it looks like. The Four of Wands tells me I'm going to be passionate and fun and exciting, but I'm going to do it in my own place. Temperance is here. It's the moment of alchemy. Sagittarius energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You might be moving towards some sort of commitment with somebody. Maybe that's why you're moving. The Tower is here, a realization that you want to be with the Empress, possibly. So for some of you, you could be leaving because you're moving in with somebody. But for others of you, I think it's time for you to break free from this family unit and move forward here. So we do have Virgo and Pisces. We've got more Pisces energy, more Virgo energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer here. We've got a lot of wands. So we've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Leo energy here. We've got Cancer energy here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more Capricorn. All right. Here we go, Scorpio. Excuse me. How are you, Scorpio? Let's find out what's going on for you this week. Hope you're well. Tell me about Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. Sneak peek for this week for Scorpio. me what's coming up for Scorpio this week, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Scorpio, I feel like some sort of new path is opening for you. A new, solid, sturdy path. I feel like you've been, I just saw like a plant that is in a glass of water on the counter that's been rooting. That's what that reminded me of. So I feel like you've been preparing to go on some sort of a path that's changing your life here. Feels like sort of a life-changing path, because the Ace of Pentacles will be that. When you plant that pentacle, you never know what's coming, right? It is a surprise, but it is abundance. It will grow. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Two of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man. We do have the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. That is the future energy for me. Pardon me. Scorpio, the Hanged Man energy is telling me that you finally reached a different perspective. I want to say that for somebody here, you either were rejected by somebody in terms of love, or that you rejected somebody, or they rejected you. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like whatever happened here, no matter who rejected who, because the Four of Cups is here, I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles is telling me it's put you on this new path. And this rejection, I feel, was supposed to happen, because rejection is protection. Please remember that, Scorpio, that when you want something and it doesn't work out, it's because you weren't supposed to have it. And yes, you can press it. You can push it. You can push your way through. You can push your way into it, and it's going to crash and burn. And the Hanged Man energy tells me that you finally got a perspective that maybe the Ace of Pentacles is where you need to begin. You need to plant that pentacle and grow your own abundance. I really feel like that's what's going on here. So I feel like you took the hint with this here. I feel like rejection and love, you took the hint, and you're off here to drop your burdens. That's what it looks like. There is long-term relationship or a lot of abundance. Look, this Ace of Pentacles grows to be the 10. Whether this is money or good health or a relationship, a long-term relationship, family, whatever it is, I feel like that Ace of Pentacles is about to grow into something that's really, really abundant for you. This could be a new job, right? It's all about 3D energy. It could be a new job, a new house. Take it as it resonates. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Swords. We've got the the Ten of Pentacles came back out. I think you're really clear on the plan. And I feel like you've decided that you must have the victory here. And it feels like it's this here, this rejection, this emotional rejection here, whether it's from a family member, a friend, or somebody that you may have had romantic love for. It gave you a different perspective, I feel. And the perspective is, I've got to go anyway. Regardless of whether this person wants me or not is none of my business. Whatever they think about me is none of my business. I feel like that's your attitude, Scorpio. If they don't want it, then they don't want it, and I don't really care. I'm going to keep moving here. The Seven of Pentacles tells me you cast your seeds of intention. You make an intention. You intend to do something, to nurture it, to grow it, and I feel it is the Ace of Pentacles. We go from the Ace to the 7. We've got the 10 right here, right? You get some clarity here, or you get some help, some advice. You talk to people who deal with growing pentacles as a business. They grow health, they grow wealth, they just grow. Maybe you're looking into that with the Ace of Swords here. It tells me that you're smart enough, but it feels like you're smart enough to know that you must enlist the right people if you aren't sure about what you're going to do. The Chariot tells me that you are having victories here. I really do feel that whatever you've decided that you're going to do, it's almost like this rejection, this emotional rejection, and it feels like it fueled you. It put you into this place of Hanged Man for a while where you're like, okay, well, what do I do now? That's not how I expected that to work out. What do I do now? And I feel like you have some sort of a realization while you're here in this Hanged Man energy, and it's causing you to get in your chariot and go, because you know that you're abundant on your own. I feel like you're trusting in the universe here with this Ace of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So you know that no matter what this brought, I feel that you know that you can be happy. You can be emotionally happy, and new opportunities will find you. I feel like you are really trusting in the universe here that, you know, that maybe it wasn't the best idea to go back round to this person. Maybe you'll do it in the future. But we also do have the Knight of Pentacles. So if you do decide to go back to this person or go back round, give them an opportunity, maybe it's just not the time. Maybe it's the right person, wrong time thing, right? We do have the Empress there. But the Page of Pentacles tells me that this page has in hand the Page of Pentacles and is trying to get some balance. And I feel like you are going to get the balance, but you're also going to be content and happy. And I feel like you're being by yourself is going to help you work on the depth of love you have for yourself. It's going to help you work on your intuitive psychic energy. Tell me more about this. Got the Knight of Pentacles is back. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. I really like it. Look, you have a lot of pentacles here, Scorpio. I really do feel like you're just doing the lone wolf thing. I want to say that you're on your way, right? You've taken the horse. You're on your way. You're on your way to wherever this chariot is going to take you here. And I feel like for some of you, on your way may be that you're staying solid and grounded, but maybe you're building a business. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise that you were rejected here, because I feel like it fueled your fire. And it made you decide to move forward here. Tell me more. Got the Nine of Wands, got the Two of Swords, and we've got the Empress. So I do believe that there was probably rejection from an Empress, or you are the Empress and you're the one that did the rejecting. But it does feel like somebody here couldn't see the situation for what it was. They couldn't see you for what it was, or you couldn't see the situation for what it was. And what you couldn't see is that this would have caused a heavy burden for you anyway. This situation here would have caused a heavy burden. The Nine of Wands is here. You would have ended up carrying someone else's bullshit on your back for the longest time. And I feel like rejection is protection, as I said at the beginning, right? I feel like the reason that you couldn't see this person, or this person couldn't see you for the situation that it was, is because they were supposed to reject you. Because look at all this. You have all this great stuff growing in the Pentacle world, absolute contentment, really getting to know yourself, your psychic energy inside and out. I feel like this was a blessing in disguise here. There it is, the Hermit. I feel like you're supposed to do this alone. You're supposed to go on this road alone, and you're supposed to grow. And I feel like for some of you, you're growing a business. I feel like you'll be successful in that. You're going to be putting a lot of hard work in on it, and it's going to take a long time for it to grow really solid. But look, the Ten of Pentacles is at the top of your reading. Yeah, you're already manifesting it, right? The Ace of Pentacles. As soon as you have the Ace of Pentacles in your hand, you know that you're the magician, right? You know that you're the magician and you can grow whatever you want. And I feel like you were supposed to do this all on your own. So I feel like for this leg of the race, at least for this week, I feel like you are getting your balance of the mind here, because 9 swords and 1 is 10. You're getting balance of the mind. You're ending an old cycle, and you've decided that you're going to grow all by yourself. We've got Libra and Taurus energy here. We've got Cancer, Virgo. We've got a lot of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Yep, that's it. All right. Let's look at you, Sagittarius, my fire family. Let's talk about Sag for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Oh. Sagittarius, I'm getting a song. Look, I'm all about the music today. My clairaudience is on today. The song that I'm hearing right now is the song Rise by Katy Perry. I won't just survive. You will see me thrive. You can't write my story. I'm beyond the archetype. Woo! I just got, look, chicken skin. I just got from head to toe chills. Somebody tried to tell you who you were, Sag, and you're like, nah, brah. Look, that's an anthem. That song, Rise by Katy Perry, that's an anthem. That's like, no, I'm going to rise. You think that you can do what you did to me, and you think I'm just going to sit in this one spot and cry about it? No. I'm not. I won't only survive, but you will see me rise. All right, there it is. preparing. What are you preparing for here? Feels like you're at the crossroads of your life here. Oh, we just have the Four of Swords pop out. Maybe you're doing some healing. Tell me more about Sagittarius. We've got the Eight of Cups. Right. Yeah, you walked away. You're like, no, you can't treat me like that. I'm worth more than that. I'm at the crossroads. I can prepare to do whatever I want. The world is my oyster. I can do whatever I want. I'm not going to settle for you. I'm not going to settle for your situation either. I don't want to settle down with you. I can't handle the in and out. It's like somebody keeps coming in and out of your life here. And I feel like you've been settling for it, Sag. We've got the Lovers here. So I do feel that there is somebody in your life, Sag, that I feel that you are very connected to in terms of emotion, in terms of love, somebody that you have wanted to be with. I feel like you feel that they are your person, but I want to say that this person keeps coming in and out of your life here. I feel like you were settling for them because you didn't want to be alone. But the Queen of Pentacles tells me that I feel like you are solid, you're grounded. I feel like you're taking care of yourself, like you don't really need anybody. And I feel you've realized that. Look, being in a position where you want somebody is where you want to be. Because whatever you need, the universe is never going to deliver on whatever you think you need. The universe wants you to be okay with not knowing about the ending. They want you to enjoy the journey, and I think that's what you've decided you're going to do here, is enjoy the journey rather than having a need for someone. Because when you have a need for someone, you're going to let them walk all over you. And I think you've learned a lesson here. Tell me about the Two of Wands. Tell me about this, it's like an adventure that you're ready to go on here. You walked away from something. It might have been someone who is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, maybe a Gemini. Look at that, the World card. Yep, something came full circle here. You're like, I am out because I'm the one that has the power. I'm the one, Sag, you're the one that says when it's over. No one else tells Sag it's over. You say it's over when it's over. And I think that you decided that this is a milestone for you. That maybe you've been allowing people to wander in and out of your life because you didn't want to be alone. But I think you've come to a place here where now the fence is up. You've built the fence around the house and you're on the outside, buddy. Nope, you're not allowed to come in and tell me what you think I should do. I feel like you are ignoring people who would try and hurt you, try and take advantage of you. I also feel that this is a really hard decision for you to make, for you to decide that you were putting up these boundaries here, or these blocks. Maybe you did block somebody online, but I feel like you've decided that this is a milestone because you're taking back your power. I like it. The Knight of Swords pops up, right? And the Knight of Swords is the one who is like, who gets it, right? The Knight of Swords is super smart. The Knight of Swords is somebody who is super smart, who says what they means what they say. They're very honest and they don't really care what your opinion is about it. The Gemini is the freedom fighter. That's how I see Gemini. Gemini is always the one who's going to be at the front of the line, right? Even if there's a big group of people that are about to move in the wrong direction, Gemini is going to offer some advice. Yeah. So I feel like there's three swords here. Unfortunately, it is a hard situation and that I feel brings you some sadness, some disappointment that it didn't work out. But I feel like you're ready for an adventure here. Sag, I feel like you're ready to go on. Something is showing up for you that I feel like you're ready to go on some sort of an adventure here. Tell me about the Two of Wands, because the Two of Wands is like, I'm going to make a decision here. And she's got the Ace of Wands in her hand, and the second wand is sort of leaning on her. And so she's holding the world in one hand. She's made a decision, and that's what you did. You made a decision. I don't care if it hurts their feelings. I am going to close the door, keep it to myself. I'm not sharing a damn thing with you. Not my money, not my time, not any of it. It's time for me to keep it to myself. We have the Nine of Swords. So I feel like this is your external energy, that you're like, no, you can't do that to me. I'm going to keep it to myself. This is your internal energy. What have I done? That's what it feels like. What have I done? You know what you've done is you brought some sort of really hard cycle to an end, because I feel like you were stuck in some sort of a cycle here. With the 9 of Swords, for me, it is a cycle, but we have the one sword that is in the hand of the Knight, and you spoke up. You said something. Regardless of how they felt about it, you said it anyway. And I feel like you are now closing some sort of a chapter here. And you've decided that you're going to play cards close to your chest. Look, not everybody needs to know your business. In fact, it's best if they don't. If you don't tell people your business and you don't broadcast it on, you don't broadcast it on social media. So many people are ready to take their losses to social media, dramatic things. And I feel like you're over it. I feel like you're over it. You've ended the cycle, and yes, it hurt. Yes, it was awful, but I feel like you're on your way to healing already here. We've got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. It could be that you had money that was tied up with this person. It could be that you possibly were in a long-term relationship, or something that you were hoping was going to come to commitment, but I don't think that it did. And I think the reason that you had to finally bring it to a close here, Sag, is because the commitment was not coming. This person kept coming in and out of your life. You were settling for that. Even though you're the one that is the Queen of Pentacles, right? You were settling for somebody that was wandering in and out of your life here. And I feel like you're closing the door on this here. Tell me more about this. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Wands. Yeah, go have fun with your friends. Come on now, be seen by people here. I feel like you've decided you're no longer stifling it is what you're doing. You're no longer scared that people are going to leave your life, Sag. I feel you're like, get out, go. I'm going to have some fun with my friends, right? I'm just going to go find myself a soul tribe. I'm going to find myself people who have my back, who are going to help me through life, who are like-minded, people who are on my team. I'm on their team. And the Queen of Wands tells me, there you are. That's your card. You're Sagittarius, right? It's like you finally get back to the old Sag, to the way that you were when you spoke up and you said things and you didn't care what people thought and you were after your dreams. But I feel like something happened here with some sort of a long-term on and off thing that really was not where you were supposed to be. And I think you realized it. And this person, I'm sure, was a soulmate. And so it was probably really hard for you to let go of them. But I think that letting go of them gives you this power. You take your power back, Sag, and I love that for you. You take your power back. Look, I'm the Queen of Wands. You don't get to tell me what to do. I do what I want when I want to do it. I'm independent. I make my own money. I'm solid and grounded. I'm going to say what I want, and I'm going to tell people about my manifestations. I'm going to talk about spiritual things. I'm going to speak it. I'm not going to keep it within me. I'm going to tell people about stuff. All right. You're in charge. You are in charge, Sag. Tell me what else is, what is the outcome here for Sag? Tell me about an outcome. We've got the 5 of Swords. We've got the Ace of Cups, and we have the 6 of Swords. You're no longer allowing people to dictate to you what you're supposed to believe. If someone says we're in love, maybe you believe it. I feel like the 5 of Swords and the Ace of Cups tells me that there are way too many fundamental differences for you and this person, the lover, to be able to live in a long-term relationship. I don't think it was for you, but I don't think you saw it until now. The 6 of Swords tells me you finally get out of your head and you move forward here. We've got the 5 of Swords, which is the fundamental differences in love. Look, I'm in love with this person, and just because you're in love with somebody, it doesn't mean that you should just follow along and give up your dreams and stop working on your business. Or it feels like you got into this place where you started to see a different perspective here about how it's supposed to work out for you. And whatever this person had planned for you was not your plan. Your plan was to do your own thing. And I think that you finally figured that out and you moved forward here. The Hanged Man came back out. We got Judgment card. It was a really hard decision that sent you on some sort of different path in your life. A really good one with the Queen of Wands here. We do have the 5 of Cups, and I feel like although you're sad that this person is no longer in your life as a love interest, I feel like you know what? The universe never takes anything from you unless they're going to replace it with something that's spectacular. But you have to make the decision about, are you willing to give up your happiness and your excitement and your fun? Because I feel like it's coming up on this new path here. The Fool card comes after the World card, right? So you had to close a door in order for another one to open. And when you open the door to the next chapter, look what happens. celebration. You're out with your friends. You're out having fun. I feel like you are going to find a King of Cups, someone who is protective, someone who is stable in their emotions, someone who stays, someone who is emotionally intelligent, someone who will get to know you slowly, right? That's the king is never, this particular king is never going to show you the feelings right on the surface immediately, but this person is definitely going to let you in little by little. But they are someone who's protective and loving and kind, and they are not subject to outbursts. They're not going to be running in and out of your life here, Sag. I feel like this decision that you made was the best one for you. We've got Pisces energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. We've got Gemini. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. All right. I kind of love that reading for you, Sag. You're okay to be alone, but you're going to do it your way. And I like that. All right. Let's find out what's going on for Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. What is coming up for Capricorn? Sneak peek for this week for Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, please. What's coming up for Cappies this week? We've got the Seven of Wands. You're standing on a point here, my friend. Decided you're not going to let people tell you what to do. You've decided to pick up your own wand and say, look, back it up. I understand that you mean well. I understand that you want me to have the victory, but I got to make my own decisions. I have to go on my own path. It feels like somebody here is raising some boundaries, keeping people on the outside. Look, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'll do it for me. You don't want anybody, and I mean, you're always welcoming these 6 wands on the bottom. I feel like you are welcoming them, but you're also letting them know who's in charge, I want to say here. We have the 9 of Pentacles, yeah. So I feel it's like you are, you're confident now. It feels like you're confident in whatever you're doing, however you're making your money. Maybe you're in a business right now, but it feels like you are very confident in whatever you're doing here. Your energy is good. She's got a falcon on her hand. Animals just don't go to people who don't have good energy. Got 4 of Pentacles. And the Hermit, Virgo energy. I think you're telling people to get out of your business, honestly. I feel like it's always best if you keep it on the down low, quiet. Don't be broadcasting your losses. Don't be broadcasting your wins. Just play it under the surface. Not everybody needs to know what you're doing, and you don't need the kudos. Like you're telling me here, you don't need the kudos. Look, if you guys want to support me from a distance, fine. Give me the attention and cheer me on, fine. But I'm going to do it on my own. I'm going to go on my own path and do my own thing. I feel like you've got boundaries up with people who I think mean well. Like I think they mean well, but they're always interjecting themselves into your life here. I feel like you've gained some wisdom over some sort of a situation here, and I feel like that's what you're holding on to here. You're holding on to the wisdom of whatever situation in the past brought you this wisdom, put you into this Hermit energy. We usually go into this Hermit energy here when we are looking to, it's for self-preservation reasons. It's to heal. It's to find out who we are. It's to go over the details of our lives. Like we look at ourselves, right? Virgo is very hyper-critical of themselves. And so they sometimes make other people in their lives, it makes it hell for them because they hold everybody to their standard that they have for themselves. It's not because they're mean and awful. It's because they have such a high standard for themselves that they tend to hold everybody else to the standards. And they're like, what do you mean you can't see it? But the Hermit is the one holding the lamp. And so that's why Hermit can see it. Right? This person is full of wisdom. I feel like you've gained wisdom over a situation, and you're never going to let go of your confidence in the self because you figured it out. That's what it feels like. I don't need your advice. I don't need you to tell me who to be. What's that? Ooh, we're on it with the songs today. Oh, that's Kelly Clarkson. Broken and Beautiful. I don't need you to tell me who to be. Give me a second here. Never had my hand out and asked for something free. I've got pride for miles and miles, rolled out miles and miles in front of me. I'm probably paraphrasing because I'm, hang on. I don't need your help and I don't need sympathy. I don't need you to lower the bar for me. That's what it is. So everyone around you sort of looks at you as someone who can't do it on their own. You're like, I don't need you to lower the bar for me. No, I don't. I can do it on my own. I don't need you to tell me who to be. So here we go, making decisions, right? Making decisions in the 3D to walk away from people who are going to stick their nose in your business. I feel like you've disconnected emotionally from people who would try and tell you who you got to be. The Two of Pentacles tells me that you're making decisions. The decision is to emotionally disconnect and walk away from people who would stick their nose in your business. You're like, leave me alone. I have enough wisdom. I can do what I want to do. We do have the star here. You're headed towards your wish fulfillment here. I feel your wish fulfillment is for people to leave you alone and let you do your own thing. That you're healing. And I feel like you are healing, or you wouldn't be in the hermit energy. That's where you go for self-preservation, right? It's where you go to heal the self and to look over, what do I need to do from here? Tell me what Capricorn needs to do from here, please. We've got the Two of Swords, got the Five of Swords, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like at this point, you don't really know what you're going to do for work. So maybe you're at a job already. Maybe you are employed, but it feels like you don't really know what you want to do for work. You're sort of having that argument with yourself, but we've got Seven Swords here. I feel like with the Two of Swords, it's like you're kind of blocked. You're like telling everybody, leave me alone. I know what to do. But you are kind of blocked and you know it. I want to say that there's a reason that you're not seeing things for what they are. And that is because you need to feel things for what they are. I feel like you need to feel it. You need to hear it. You need to smell it. You need to taste it. Like, I feel like you need to use your other senses in order to make a decision about what to do next. I feel like you've decided to throw your swords down, and anybody who comes up against you who is going to argue with you about your path and what you're going to do, then I feel like you're just disconnecting and walking away from them. The Eight of Pentacles is also about self-love. It's also about self-mastery, right? Really looking over the details of you, and you're in the hermit energy here. So I feel like you're looking back at these people and saying, you know what, we've got fundamental differences. We see things differently, and you're never going to convince me that I'm not supposed to take the time I need to work on myself or to find a new job. I feel like you sort of are arguing with yourself as to whether you're in the right spot right now in terms of employment. We've got the Ace of Cups, got the Empress in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups. The thing is this, is when you stop allowing people to walk all over you in your life here, Capricorn, they start to see you as difficult, right? They're going to tell other people, Capricorn's difficult. Capricorn may not love themselves a whole lot. Capricorn's difficult. This person's not taking my advice. I feel like when the Empress is in the reverse, it's almost because she's going rogue. Like, it feels like she's going rogue, doing her own thing. I need to look within me and figure out what it is that I need. I feel like you're almost there. I want to say with the Empress in the reverse that maybe you don't have a whole lot of abundance. You don't have a lot to start with. You may be working at a job where you're underemployed. I feel like you're off to look for a new job, something that you really love. You might come from a long line of people who have just gone for the money. And I always counsel my friends against that. It's great that you're going to get, probably $5 more an hour working for that other employer. But are you going to be happy there? Because money is money, right? At the end of the day, if it destroys your mental health, if you hate it, you don't like it, it's run by tyrants, you're just going to feel terrible about it. So I feel like the Empress in the reverse, for a reason. I feel it's because you're trying to find your footing in life, I want to say. And it's time for you to, I feel, love the self, is what I want to say. And so it might be the Queen of Cups that's in the reverse. I feel like it's, you need to start feeling things again. The Knight of Cups is telling me that you're doing that in a passive way. It doesn't feel like it's very aggressive, but it feels like that cup you're carrying is for yourself. I think it's self-love that we're looking at here. What should Capricorn be doing going forward here? What's the outcome? Page of Pentacles, find your own way. Find your own opportunities. Get on that path and find your own opportunities. Get out there and look for a job that you love. Get out there and look for love. I feel like for somebody here, it's like I really just want to meet somebody. We talked about the Queen of Cups. There she is. I feel like it's not going to be too much longer before you actually find somebody that you're interested in. In terms of love, there is a love opportunity coming to you here. And I feel like once you take this Empress energy and turn it in the upright, once you're balanced and good and you don't need anyone else in your life, that's when this shows up. Because when you have a need for it, the universe knows you have a need for it. You keep asking the universe, what about now? What about now? What about now? What about then? What about this one? I feel like you just need to stop. I feel like it's gonna arrive. It will arrive. The opportunity is already rooting in the background. I want to say something is already rooting in the background here. And I feel like the Queen of Cups energy is the reason why the Empress is in the reverse. I feel like once you have the self-love in place, that things start to go a lot better for you here. And I'm not saying that you don't love yourself. I'm saying that everybody could always love themselves a little more. We do have the Justice card, sorry, not the Justice, but the Judgment card. We have the Sun in the reverse and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I want to say that what you want to do is work on the self. Work on the self-love. You want to work on your abundance, your stability. Find out where it is that you want to live, where you want to go, what you want to do with your money. And the Sun is here. The Sun is here guiding you. There is a breakthrough. It's a realization that I have to make this really big decision to do what I want to do for me. Go after my wish fulfillment. I need to disconnect from the opinions of others. It never mattered anyway. I need to hold my ground and keep moving forward. And I feel like regardless of whether you're the Empress in reverse or not right now, I feel like that's going to heal itself because love is here. We do have 2 cups here, right? And we have 2 cups here. I feel like once the Empress is turned upright here, because we already have 2 queens that are in the upright, right? And the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords in the reverse, these are lessons that you have to learn. And I feel like one is that I feel like right now you're going rogue. And that's the Queen of Wands in the reverse. You're like, screw all of you. I'm doing what I want to do. Screw y'all. And I feel like with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, it's because you couldn't speak up. Because maybe you were a little harsh with your words. Maybe you were aggressive rather than assertive. And I think that you will learn those things as you move forward here. Yeah, to the 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. This is coming in really soon, and it's because you made a decision. Instead of waiting for it with the 3 of Wands here, you made a decision to go, passionately go, take fire and go and get up on the horse. And I feel like it's going to lead to the 10 of Pentacles for you. It's a realization that you're having. The universe had to pick you up and put you on the next path. It feels like you're jumping into another timeline here because of your healing. And I feel like that's why the Empress is in the reverse, because you're dealing with healing at this time. And you're dealing with healing at a time when everything is changing for you. It's the best time when everything's changing, right? So we have Libra and Taurus. We have Virgo energy. More Virgo energy. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Leo is here. We have Pisces as well. We have Aquarius energy and Scorpio. All right. Let's talk about Aquarius. Here we go, Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius, please, for this week. Sneak peek for this week, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. It's the most important thing Aquarius needs to know for this sneak peek for this week, Aquarius. We've got the Ace of Swords. You're going to have some sort of a realization or a triumphant moment that's coming up this week. Some clarity is coming here, or a conversation with somebody. What else do we have here for Aquarius, please? We have the 7 of Wands. You have an opinion that you're not willing to budge on. That's what it feels like here. It's like clarity has come to you, and now you know what you're doing, and you're not budging on this idea that you have. You're holding your ground on some sort of an idea or a conversation that you're willing to have with somebody here. We do have the 10 of Cups, and we have the 2 of Cups. Interesting. I feel like you're holding your ground with your family. There is somebody that I feel that you love, or that you want to talk to, that you have a lot of feelings for. It feels like the 7 of Wands is telling me that you have family members that are cheering you on, but that they also kind of poke their nose in your business. And I feel like you need tighter boundaries, or you need to raise the boundaries. And those boundaries are for you, right, Aquarius? Like, they're never boundaries you put on someone else. It's promises you make to yourself. If they're going to get in my business, I'm going to hold up this wand and say, no, no. I appreciate your concern. I appreciate that you love me, but I feel like I've got to make my own decision here, because I feel like you really have some sort of clarity that you've received about something here, and it might be about love. Let's take a look at it here. You've been hanging here trying to find a different perspective on something. The Hierophant about commitment, and the Hermit. I feel like you've got some sort of a different perspective on what relationships are supposed to be, what commitments are supposed to be. I also feel like this can tell me that some of you have come to some sort of a realization. You've learned some kind of a lesson about the value of being in a hermit energy, the value of being by yourself, not with people. And I don't mean like pushing people away. I mean, turn off your phone for 3 hours at night and be by yourself. Do some journaling, listen to some music, dance. Like, it feels like you need to spend some time by yourself here. Tell me about the Ace of Swords here. What do we need to know about the Ace of Swords for Aquarius? We've got the Six of Swords. You're having some sort of movement, or you might be moving, and that might be what the family is poking at you about. You might be moving towards somebody who you love. We've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. You're reconnecting to somebody here. Somebody that you previously may have had harsh words with, because 4 and 1 is 5. 6 and 4 is 10. You might have had an ending with them. We have the Six of Wands, but you do want victory. So I feel like you've had some clarity about something. And the clarity is that I need to move on from here. If I'm going to get any sort of victory, I need to reconnect to the world, and I need to take this victory. The Six Wands are here, right? On the bottom. The Six Wands are here. And I feel like you are getting some type of victory. And I feel like you're about to get a lot of attention, or people are going to be cheering you on, because it is this Ace of Swords, this triumphant realization, or a big idea, a bright idea that you have, to move forward and reconnect to somebody. The Six of Swords and the Four of Swords is 10. You may have had an ending with someone. The family may object to you getting back together with someone that you were with in the past, possibly. Look, I'm talking about the past, and I probably will be for the whole month of August, because we're already in the Mercury retrograde shadow. It's already begun, and Mercury retrograde starts August the 4th and goes right through to the 27th. You're going to be hearing a lot about stuff from the past. So if that doesn't meet your expectations, then maybe you just want to stay off the platform for a month. Take a break. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The idea that you have is a money-making venture. We do have the Death card in the reverse. And we do have the Eight of Wands. I want to say that this money-making venture is something that you almost gave up on. And I feel like it's because of the family. That, I feel like you come from a family who is like a long line of whatever. A long line of people who worked on the oil rigs, a long line of police officers, a long line of, like, it feels like tradition. It feels like your family wants you to abide by their traditional standards of love. Like, they want you to find someone who's traditional that fits into your family. So your family they feel like they have a say, or the majority of the say, about who you end up with in terms of love. So I feel like that the person that you will end up with doesn't look like you. I feel like their skin is a different color than yours, or your ethnicity is different, or they live on a different side of the world, or something like that. I think that you almost gave up on it. That you almost gave up on wanting to move forward. It feels like with this Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords tells me you've got some clarity about the Queen of Pentacles. So this, for some of you, could be money, a business-making venture. I'm going to buy into a business. I'm going to get some stability financially by doing something that's going to make a lot of money here. The Death card in the reverse tells me that that somebody is holding off transformation. So I want to say that you held off making some sort of a decision or changing your ways because the family was in the way. It's like they were the ones telling you or dictating to you what you should do. I feel like now you're moving forward. I want to say you're moving forward with some sort of idea. This could be clarity about a person. Your person could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, but I feel like your person looks different than you, and maybe your family wasn't very happy with that. The Death card in the reverse tells me you almost gave up on it, or that that something's got to give. Something has to change here, and I think the thing that's changing is the Eight of Wands. I feel like you are moving forward with velocity, like I feel like you're really pushing forward on either the business idea for some of you or the love connection for some of you. Take it as it resonates. We've got the Justice card, we've got the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Your family is saying to you, look, it's just going to end up in a broken heart. I don't know why you're not listening to me. I don't know why you just don't take my advice. And I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like I'm very confident. That's why. Because I can make my own decisions. I'm grounded. I'm confident. I feel like this business idea I have is going to work out. For those of you who have a business idea, it is going to work out for you, by the way. I feel like as long as you don't let too many people get their business involved with yours and you make the decisions, I feel like it's going to work. I feel like your parents want you, if this is a love thing for you, I feel like your family, not your parents, but your family want you to make a different choice in the person that you're going to be with. The Death card is here, and it's almost like they're threatening you. Look, if you're going to be with this person, we're going to have to cut you off. And you're like, that's fine, because I planned on bringing this whole situation to an end anyway. And I feel like you've been holding off because it's the family. That's what it feels like here. We've got the King of Cups. It might be your dad. Could be your father figure, whoever the father figure is. The King of Cups is masculine leaning energy, also as feminine, so this could be feminine or masculine, but it is hitting me as masculine energy. It could be someone who's trying to give you the advice of tradition. Look, I'm not a fan of tradition because I feel like when the last, because, you know, well, I'm Gen X, and so the previous group that came to the earth before that are the boomers, and the previous group to them is the silent generation. And I feel like every generation, oh, that's a song. Every generation blames the one before when all of their frustration comes beating on their door. Ah, that's Mike and the Mechanics. In the living years. Oh, wow. Okay. That's what it is. It is the family. It's a father figure or a mother figure that's saying, look, while I'm in the living years, I want you to carry on the family traditions. And you're like, no, I got to do what I got to do. And if that means bringing this all to a whole screaming end, then I will do it. A screeching halt, then I will do it. But you can't tell me what to do. And I feel like your family unit is feeling heartbroken or disappointed that you won't follow family tradition. There's always got to be one that steps out of the way. I'm the one. You're the one. There's always got to be the one that steps out of the way and says, no, the buck stops here. It's the one of the breaking of the curse, right? Tradition to me is a curse. It's like, I want you to be in poverty like I was, or I want you to do the job that I did, or yeah, it's tradition is what it is you're trying to break away from here. King of Swords, the Star, and the Five of Wands. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight with the family, my friend. That's what it looks like here. Or the people that love you the most. I feel like you are headed for a long-term relationship, whoever you are, and you've had a realization that it doesn't matter what your partner looks like, or if they look like the rest of your family, or look like you, or whatever it is, that you're just in love with this person. Two of Cups here with the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like it doesn't matter. You're just like, yeah, you're very much on your own path here is what it looks like. The King of Swords and the Star here tells me that you have a realization, or you come to a realization that you've just got to be the one who steps out of the way. You've got to be the one who, you know, it's like I always picture, I saw a meme where it's all matches and they're all burnt, and then one match is like higher than the rest, and that's how you break the chain. And I think somebody here is like, no, I'm breaking the chain of tradition and I'm going to do what I want to do. I feel like somebody here is still beating themselves up a little bit over their wish fulfillment, but I feel like you come to a realization that you are healed, that this really is healing, that following the one in front of you doesn't mean that you have your own life. It just means that you're doing whatever the one behind you wants you to do. And I feel like you're not doing that. We have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. You're speaking up about, you know, these people are here engaged in art, right? So maybe they don't want you to be an artist. Maybe they don't want you to do something. Maybe they want you to be a milkman like everyone else was. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's like maybe they were all nurses or all doctors or all lawyers. And I feel like you're like, no, I need my balance, and I'm going to do what it is that I want to do. And I feel like That's the deal. We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Even if I love you, I will cut you out. I will put you on the outside looking in. Two of Wands is here because I got to make my own decisions. This life is mine. I have to make my own decisions and go out on my own adventures, right? And then we have the Queen of Cups. It could be your parents. Somebody who thinks you're going to listen no matter what. They think they're in charge. When what they did was they raised an emperor, feminine or masculine. They raised an emperor. And that's really what every parent wants, is to raise a child who thinks for themselves. But then when they come to them and think they start thinking for themselves, they're like, uh-oh, they're thinking for themselves. So I feel like you are about to make some sort of a decision to even put the ones you love on the outside looking in, because it's your life, my friend. It's your life, and you've got to hang on to it. There's no time for sadness here. There's only time for you to make memories, is what it is. And I feel like somebody here is going to have to make a really big decision to keep moving in the right direction. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got a couple times here. We've got Virgo energy. We've got Aries, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We've got Aquarius energy here a couple of times. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. All right. All right. Let's look at you, Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces, please. What does Pisces need to know for this week? Sneak peek for this week for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. Pisces, we have the Seven of Swords. When I see this particular depiction, though, it feels like someone's about to be caught in a lie. It's the first thing that comes to mind. You might be catching someone in a lie this week. There's something under the surface here. I think you're going to be quite surprised about the information that comes to light. Because this person has 3 swords over their left shoulder. They're carrying the two swords on the right. And so it feels like whatever energy you're currently in is disappointing or heartbreaking. It's like you feel like something's over. Someone got away. That's what it feels like. I let that one get away. It's the one that got away. But you're either about to catch that person, or they're about to catch you, or maybe you're about to catch them in a lie. Tell me what's going on here for Pisces, please. We've got the Knight of Swords. We've got 8 swords now. Somebody up in their head, not being able to let go. We've got the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's carrying around burdens. That's what it does feel like. Somebody's carrying around burdens here. And we have the 7 of Cups. You know what it feels like? It feels like you've been very confused about how someone feels about you, Pisces. And I feel like you've been carrying that around as a burden. But I think either the truth is about to come to light, because the Knight of Swords is Gemini, and Gemini is the truth talker. They don't really care how it lands. They're just going to tell you. They'll get in your face and just tell you how it is. And so I feel like there's something here that's about to come to light here. Tell me about the 7 of Swords here. And I feel like you've been carrying around some sort of burden, an emotional burden possibly. Got the 4 of Wands. The Sun. And the Magician. You know what, Pisces? It feels like there is somebody here who I feel that you are manifesting. I feel like you're manifesting someone here, and I feel like you're about to find out or catch somebody in a lie because the Sun is here. I feel like what the lie is that this person never showed you feelings. Maybe they pushed you away or turned you away. You felt rejected by them. When you offered the 4 of Wands, you're like, you are my soulmate. Let's get in here. Let's do this thing. I feel like somebody here kept their feelings under the surface. But I want to say that when the sun is out, everybody has to tell the truth. There's really nothing that can hide under the sun. The Magician is here. You're going to be given a clear message from the universe. So whether that comes to you in numbers, serendipity, synchronicity, whatever it is, you're going to be given a clear message from the universe that somebody here has been lying to you all along. And I think that you've been carrying this around, this energy of they didn't want me, feeling rejected, feeling brokenhearted, 3 swords over the left shoulder. I feel like you left somebody behind, but I don't think it's over. Like, I'm getting this energy of you've talked yourself out of it and decided that it's not something that is ever going to happen, so I might as well turn away from it. But I feel like the manifestation is coming in. I feel like you really have breathed this from the 5D to the 3D. I feel like the sun is shining on the 4 of Wands because, and the thing is I feel like it's behind you. Like, I feel like it's behind you, but you don't realize that the sun is shining, but the sun is shining on things behind you as well as in front of you. And so you're looking forward, and I feel it's the Magician that you see. I feel like you are acting like the Magician. You are the person who has got all the tools, and you're manifesting. Tell me about this 7 of Swords, please. We've got the Page of Wands. You're about to get communication. You watch someone walk out of your life, Pisces. You watch them walk away. I'm just seeing somebody in the background here. Watching someone walk away, but look, that person's got their head hung low. This person does not look happy. I don't think that they were happy to walk away. I think that they had to. And it confused you as to why they did. But I feel like they were already on another path. Tell me about the Page of Wands. For some of you, that person could be somebody who lived out of town in a rural or a farming area. Doesn't have to be, but I'm looking at bales of hay here. Got the 5 of Swords. And we've got the 9 of Swords. I really do feel that you will be getting communication. Now, I feel like the person who is communicating with you is really nervous about doing that because they feel like you have fundamental differences. Maybe the last time you spoke with them, it wasn't a good conversation. Maybe it was a little harsh. It doesn't feel like it was an all-out brawl or anything, but I feel like it was a little bit harsh. I feel like when this person said they had to go, or maybe that's what caused them to leave, they could have been on another path. And when I say that, I mean they could have been in another relationship. They could have been in a job they couldn't get out of that was really far. Maybe the distance was too much. I don't know what the situation was. But I feel like this person walked away from you, but they didn't want to. So I feel like there were some harsh words that were exchanged. And I feel like this person is coming back in or communicating with you again because the Page of Wands is here, which is the messenger. And it is going to be quite exciting for you to hear from them. But I feel like this person is nervous because they feel like you are going to be angry with them. That you're going to give them what for? Because this person has got 2 swords over the shoulder. This person's got 2 swords over the right shoulder. This person's got 2 swords over the left shoulder. And I feel like there's a decision that's finally been made. This person's like, I need to go forward whether I'm nervous or not. I need to speak with Pisces. Whether they're going to give me crap or not, it's like somebody here needs to relieve themselves of some sort of the 9 of Swords is about worrying, right? Looking into the future, looking into the past, and not being able to be present. It's worry, anxiety, maybe a little bit of depression. I'm not diagnosing anyone. I'm just talking about this 9 of Swords energy. This person is stuck. They're stuck in this cycle. And it's like they're fighting their demons every day. They're mental demons about you. They regret walking away. Somebody gave you up and they shouldn't have. They didn't want to. Because you were always there for them. No matter what went on here, you were always there for them. We've got this person here with the white flower, right? And this person here is trying to heal or laying down. And I feel like there's somebody who you visited or spoke with all the time. I feel like you thought that there was a closer bond, that you had a close bond with this person and you didn't expect them to walk away or go on a different path. The 3 of Swords tells me that this person was heartbroken that they had to go and that they couldn't tell you what was going on because we've got the Ace of Swords there. They couldn't tell you why they had to go. We've got the Four of Pentacles, and then it became silent. This is somebody that you worked with. For some of you, it is somebody who is in the workplace. So I feel as though there may have been a relationship that cultivated in the workplace, possibly, or that we were in the middle of working on a relationship or in the middle of getting to know each other better. And it feels like this person wouldn't open up. They wouldn't open up. But look, death is in the background. I feel like things have changed. Transformation is here. What's going to happen is that death is going to sneak up on the four, on the person holding all these pentacles together here, scare the heck out of them probably, and they'll drop all of these things. Somebody here was keeping the three pentacles close to the chest, and so I feel like you guys didn't get past the friendship stage. But you knew that there was something here going on. Something was growing. Again, growing. Something was growing here, and you've been waiting for a long time for this person to say something to you, Pisces. It's the Emperor. I feel like you will hear from the Emperor, Pisces. I feel like this person is taking charge, taking control of the situation. I feel for those of you who this is not a workplace thing, this is somebody who's been working on themselves. When this person shows up as the Emperor, it's because they're wise. Very wise. But they also are used to getting their own way. They're a conqueror. They always get their own way. They're a person who is like, they need to be super efficient with their time. Tell me about this Emperor. The Emperor never goes in unless they think they're going to win, Pisces. They must be pretty damn sure that you're going to say, yes, come on in, let's have a conversation. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. Look at that King. I feel like the Emperor has had something that's a relationship, or I feel as though that they feel, I feel because the King of Cups is part of the Emperor energy, I feel like the Emperor is feeling like they should have never poured out the cup. They're ready. I think the universe has been telling them. The salamander is protection from the universe. I feel like the universe has been telling them it's time to get out on the path again. And the Six of Swords in the reverse tells me that this person's been stuck for a really long time. What is the advice for Pisces, please? What else is going to go on here for Pisces? What else do we need to know? We have the Strength card. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So we're at the end of cycles here. I'm going to say have courage, because the Strength card is here. I want to say be courageous. Something is coming. We're at the nines here. That means that just around the corner is the 10. We've got 9, 9, 9. The only one here we don't have is the Nine of Cups. We don't have the wish fulfillment yet, but you're manifesting it. Oh, wait, we do have the Nine of Cups. Sorry. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. It is the Nine of Wands that we don't have. Right. No wounded warrior energy. So I really do feel like you're at the end of a cycle here, and that when the Ace of Cups shows up, the Emperor is probably bringing the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is in the hand of the King, and this person is somebody who's poured out their cup now. That could mean that they have ended an old relationship, or when they come to you, they'll let you know that they're actually at the end of a relationship. Take it as it resonates for you. But we do have the Nine of Pentacles. This person has built their own business. They are someone who lives in luxury. And maybe a little bit of gluttony, I'm just saying, because this particular Nine of Cups tells me that somebody here is maybe living in a little bit of gluttony. But I feel like you're supposed to be courageous, because I feel like things are going to turn. They're going to turn better. I feel they're going to turn around, I want to say. We've got the Ace of Swords. Yes, there's going to be a conversation. The Emperor is coming in to talk to you. About what? It's going to come with an offer, some sort of an offer, but I feel like it's an offer in the Pentacle world. So this person might come to you with a business offer, ask you to come in on their business. I feel like this person is hiding a broken heart. Yeah, it does feel like that this Emperor has ended something with someone. This person is hiding a broken heart. The Moon energy is here. They're also hiding the opportunity. Got the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. There it is. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Three Swords is the heartbreak. 5, 6, 7, 8 means that this person is up in their head. The Queen of Wands tells me, I feel like you should stay put and wait for this person to come speak with you. Because I feel like they're the ones that are the pursuer, right? The Emperor is always the pursuer. And the Queen of Swords tells me, you're ready. You got the sword at the ready. You're ready for transformation here. You can see that there's a butterfly at the top of her sword. You're ready to transform things by speaking about it. It feels like we can't be at odds anymore. We need to take off the blindfold and finally talk about it here. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. It's going to work out the way that you want it to. If this is what you're hoping for, that things are going to grow in terms of Pentacles, or that this is a long-term relationship, or that we get into a long-term friendship, we do something together in the long term. Got the Death card in the reverse. And so I feel like things need to transform, but right now somebody's holding off the transformation, and I think it's the Emperor. Yeah, because they know that they poured out the cup you offered to them. They know it. And they just want to end a cycle with you so they can come back. I want to say the 8 of Cups is here, so they can come back and try again with you. I'm going to leave that right here. Thank you so much, Pisces, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to go for now. You take care. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love y'all. Bye.